Hey guys, how you doing? Just a quick video update today. First off, most importantly, if you've been keeping up with my channel, you'll notice that all of my Hello Project videos are gone. They're not on my channel anymore. I removed everything out of respect for Upfront and their rights and their requests. Well, they didn't directly request, but they've been putting copyright claims on all of my videos. Funny story, excuse me. Funny story, they've been doing it all on these videos. My obsessions and stuff and my dance covers, things that actually are fair use. But for some reason, the ones that aren't fair use, they never targeted once. They all stayed up. Never anything. They monetized on all of them too, which is fine. But whatever. Either way, point being, in order to be safe and the fact that I do have kind of relationship with them now, removed all of them. These videos will still stay up. I actually disputed all of the claims and I actually won all of the disputes because it is fair use. They probably just have a program that targets it, and because these ones are the more recent videos and tend to get more activity, because while the other ones get more views, these ones get more interactions. Maybe that's why, I don't know. Whatever the reason, they're falsely putting copyright claims on these videos. Moving forward, though, to be fair, I'm not going to include music as a background in my videos unless it's appropriate to what I'm talking about, because that's what fair use is. You know, if I just put a music in the background of this, then, I mean, technically it's still fair use because, well, for one, they can't rip it and record it because I'm talking, but it's also, and I put it quiet too, so it's hard for anybody to rip anything out of it. But it's just not, in the end, it's not directly related to what I'm talking about. So like when I'm doing unboxings, yeah, I'll put the music from when I was unboxing on there. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm doing a review, absolutely. If I'm doing an opinion piece, absolutely. But here, like this is a news update, no, it's not appropriate. So I'm not going to do it. Simple as that. I'm sure you all will understand. If not, I apologize, but that's how it is. You got to respect copyright. With the world of the internet, you have to be more aware and vigilant and respectful because it's so much easier to infringe on people's rights because of how easy it is to access everything. And then we take that for granted. You know, people watch free TV shows, people do all these things, steal, download, all this stuff, and they don't realize what kind of harm it does, and it's unfair. It's unfair to the people who are creating content, especially if you want to support them. That's what irks me the most. Like, people want to support them, they're so excited about these people in groups, and then they steal from them. And then they wonder why, like, they don't get attention or they don't get things. You know, the only reason we've been getting overseas more often recently is because people like me have been ordering overseas more often lately, have been giving more attention overseas lately, giving them more of our money lately. So we've grabbed their attention. But before, it wasn't like that. Most people downloaded. There was barely any people that were buying this stuff. So just saying, like, I'm not gonna preach to you. I'm not gonna tell you to change your habit. Do whatever the heck you want. It's your morals. It's your life. But the fact is, don't complain about not being able to get things if you're one of those people that downloads things illegally. Simple as that. I mean, do what you want, but accept the consequences of what that has to do. You know, accept the long-term consequences, short-term consequences, and the effect it has on the things you love. I mean, video games is another example. I know people who download video games illegally, and then they complain about DLC. Why does DLC exist? Well, the price of games, the price of creating games has gone up significantly because they keep the same development times. Actually, they've even shortened development times with some companies. And then the assets and the work that goes into it is higher. The amount of technology that's required is higher. The amount of manpower is higher. So costs raise, and then the cost of the game that they're selling it for is still the same. How are they supposed to make a profit? Don't get me wrong, most of these companies are still making a profit. But compare the proportion of profit that they make now to what they used to make, significantly less. You know, a 10-man team to sell 1,000,000 copies of a game versus a 300-man team to sell 1,000,000 copies of a game, the profit margin is not the same, and that's just that aspect. Also consider a 10-man group also required less resources because technology was lower and things were a little easier. Now you have to worry about high definition, fidelity, texture fidelity, resolution, getting frame rates, optimizing for systems. Optimizing was still there before, but it's a little bit more complex now with such a wide variety. You know, the further we get in technology, the wider the gap in types of things you have to optimize for. among other things in the development cycle that add up. Hiring bit more expensive people for voice acting, for example, like getting Hollywood people in order to have more talent and recognizable talent, but at the same time that costs more. Um, Shortening development cycles costs more. Um, it's just everything adds up. So then you throw that all together, and then what happens? All right, let's just keep selling it for $60. So they just lost a lot of money there. Um, so how do you make up for that? DLC. That's how most of these companies make up for it and try to make up that profit, and in order to keep the same proportion on profit margin or better. Um, Not saying some of it isn't nickeling and diming and is really immoral. Don't get me wrong, some of it is, but overall, it's helpful to understand where this industry has gone because of people like us gamers, who have stolen from them, who have not given them our money, who have not given them our attention, and then we complain when they're trying to nickel and dime us because they don't have the money in order to be able to do what they need to. Because realistically, if they don't make a profit, they're not going to be able to move forward. In order to innovate, you have to have a profit because you need that extra money in order to make new things. It's as simple as that. I mean, and at the same time, if you make something really good, I mean, you're going to want money. People work and try to get good jobs, get college degrees because they want that excess money. Otherwise, we could all work at McDonald's. You would make just enough to live on. That's it. But people want more. So there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, there is always a level of greed that's a little excessive. Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I think overall it's better to understand the situation. So, my digression aside, keep in mind the point is that I don't approve of this kind of behavior, which is why I gave it up. I used to do it a lot, and that's part of the reason why I'm so adamant about following these rules and making sure I stick to the rules in every way I possibly can. So music videos are gone. Music will only be in the background where it's appropriate. Yeah, and there'll be a lot of partnership articles and things that I'll be doing with A to J Connections now. So keep an eye on there. I have reviews and all sorts of things that are up. I'm planning to do one article per week for Hello Project and one video game article on there. Minimum. I might try to do more. It's depending on time. So there we go. Because I digressed, I have nothing more to say. I wasted a lot of time already. I actually re-recorded this video because it was too long, because I was just babbling and about the same thing over and over again, and now I ended up ranting instead. But I'll keep this one because I think that was an important point. So thank you for watching, guys. I have something special planned either next week or the next week, or the week after that. It's time consuming, so give me a break. But I'm working on it. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.